The path to purpose. Why some find their purpose and others float through life. Produced by the School of Self-Development. Introduction. Discovering your true path. Finding your purpose is not just about a career or a title. It's about identifying the deeper meaning behind your actions, relationships, and contributions. Some people seem to know their path from a young age, while others spend much of their lives searching for direction. The difference isn't luck or chance. It's a matter of self-awareness, clarity, and intentional action. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose, knowing exactly why you're doing what you're doing. This feeling of certainty brings fulfillment, joy, and motivation. It gives you a compass to navigate through challenges and helps you make decisions aligned with your true self. But for many, this seems elusive. People often feel as though they're floating through life, unsure of their direction. They might feel like they're checking boxes or going through the motions, but nothing feels deeply meaningful. Why is that? Why do some people live with clarity and passion, while others remain lost, searching for something to fill the void? In this audiobook, you'll discover why this divide exists, how you can break free from the cycle of drifting, and how to find your true purpose. We'll explore the importance of self-awareness, passion, mindset, and intentional action in shaping your life's direction. By the end of this journey, you'll understand how to shift from aimlessness to purpose-driven living. You'll have the tools and techniques to awaken your deepest potential, take ownership of your destiny, and craft a life that's truly fulfilling. Chapter 1. The Great Divide. Purpose versus drifting. Understanding purpose and drifting. Why do some people seem to live with a clear sense of purpose, while others appear to be stuck in a cycle of aimlessness? Let's break it down. Purpose-driven lives are those that are aligned with a higher sense of meaning. People who live with purpose typically have a clear understanding of their values, passions, and goals. They wake up each day knowing what they are working toward and why it matters. Their decisions, relationships, and actions are all guided by this internal compass. Drifting, on the other hand, is the opposite. It's the feeling of going through the motions without truly understanding why. People who drift often find themselves reacting to life rather than creating it. They may bounce from job to job, relationship to relationship, or hobby to hobby, never quite feeling fulfilled. Their lives lack direction, and they often feel disconnected from their own desires and needs. Real-life examples of purpose and drifting. Let's take the story of Sarah and Mike to illustrate the difference. Sarah, a young entrepreneur, started her own business in a field she is deeply passionate about: sustainable fashion. From a young age, she knew she wanted to make a difference in the world, and she aligned her career with her core values. Every day, she wakes up excited to contribute to her community and create positive environmental change. She faces obstacles, but her clear sense of purpose helps her overcome them. Mike, on the other hand, works a 9-to-5 job he doesn't enjoy. He has a decent salary and benefits, but he feels unfulfilled. He's been in the same position for years, unsure of what else to pursue. He often finds himself scrolling through social media, comparing his life to others, and wondering if there's more to life. While his job pays the bills, it doesn't ignite his passion or connect with his deeper purpose. Sarah is living with purpose, while Mike is drifting. The science behind drifting. Psychological studies suggest that people who are disengaged or feel lost often experience lower levels of life satisfaction. In contrast, those who have a clear sense of purpose report higher levels of well-being, better mental health, and greater overall happiness. Research from Harvard University found that individuals who align their careers with their values are significantly more likely to thrive in both their professional and personal lives. When you're clear about your purpose, you're more resilient in the face of challenges. Purpose provides motivation, focus, and an ability to endure hardships with a sense of meaning. Without it, life can feel like a series of disconnected events, each one lacking depth or significance. Reflection exercise. Are you drifting or living with purpose? Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Ask yourself these questions. Do I feel connected to what I'm doing every day? Am I living according to my values? Do I have a sense of direction and purpose in my career, relationships, and personal life? When challenges arise, do I feel motivated to push through, or do I give up easily? If you find yourself struggling to answer these questions or feeling disconnected, don't worry. The purpose is something you can discover, and the journey to clarity is not only possible, but incredibly rewarding. Key takeaways from Chapter 1. Purpose is not just a career or title, it's an alignment with your inner values and passions. Drifting is often caused by a lack of self-awareness, fear of failure, or societal pressures. Living with purpose can dramatically increase your happiness, resilience, and success in life. You can shift from drifting to living with purpose by reconnecting with your values, goals, and passions. Chapter 2. The importance of self-awareness. The power of self-awareness in finding your purpose. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of purpose. It's the ability to recognize your own emotions, behaviors, and motivations, and understand how they influence your actions. When you are self-aware, you have a clearer sense of what makes you tick, what drives you, and what holds you back. Without this awareness, it's almost impossible to know your true purpose. Many people spend years wandering through life without truly understanding themselves. They may follow the paths set for them by their families, peers, or society, without ever pausing to ask, is this what I truly want? Does this align with who I am at my core? The science of self-awareness. Psychologist Daniel Goleman's work on emotional intelligence emphasizes how crucial self-awareness is for success and fulfillment. People who are high in self-awareness can recognize their own emotional states, understand their triggers, and use this knowledge to make better decisions. Self-awareness isn't just about knowing your strengths and weaknesses, it's about understanding your deepest motivations and desires. A study by Dr. Tasha Eurich, author of Insight, shows that self-awareness is directly linked to personal and professional success. According to Eurich, those who are self-aware are more likely to have better relationships, make smarter career decisions, and be happier overall. Self-awareness is not just a luxury, it's a key ingredient in discovering and following your true purpose. Understanding your values, strengths, and motivations. To understand your purpose, you must first understand yourself. This means taking the time to reflect on your values, strengths, and passions. Values. These are the principles that guide your decisions and behaviors. They are deeply held beliefs about what is important in life, such as honesty, kindness, or innovation. Understanding your values is critical for finding a purpose that aligns with your core beliefs. Strengths. What are you naturally good at? What skills or talents come easily to you? Often, our purpose is linked to the unique strengths we bring to the world. Identifying these strengths can help point you in the right direction. Motivations. Why do you do what you do? Are you driven by a desire to help others, to create, to lead, or to innovate? Understanding your deeper motivations helps you identify a path that not only aligns with your strengths and values, but also fuels your inner drive. Reflection exercise, self-awareness inventory. Take some time to answer these questions honestly. What are the top 3 values that guide my decisions? What are my greatest strengths? In what areas do I naturally excel? What activities make me feel most alive and fulfilled? What are the motivations behind my decisions? Do I act out of fear, ambition, or desire to help others? Once you've completed this inventory, reflect on the answers. Are you living in a way that honors your values, strengths, and motivations? If not, what changes can you make to bring more alignment into your life? Real-life example. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is a prime example of someone who found her purpose through self-awareness. She grew up in challenging circumstances, but she always knew that she wanted to make a difference in people's lives. As she gained a deeper understanding of her own values, helping others, telling authentic stories, empowering women, and her unique strengths, empathy, communication, leadership, she began to align her career with her purpose. Through deep self-reflection, Oprah's path became clear, and she went on to build an empire centered around her authentic purpose. Key takeaways from Chapter 2. Self-awareness is the foundation of finding your purpose. Understanding your values, strengths, and motivations is key to living with intent. Self-awareness is directly linked to greater life satisfaction, happiness, and success. Use reflective exercises to deepen your understanding of yourself and align your actions with your core beliefs. Chapter 3. Passion as the compass. The role of passion in discovering your purpose. Passion is often what sparks the fire of purpose. It's the internal fuel that drives us to pursue meaningful goals, overcome obstacles, and achieve great things. Without passion, life can feel lackluster and directionless. But when passion is the driving force, everything changes. Passion gives us a sense of excitement and urgency. It makes the hard work feel worthwhile, even when the road gets tough. However, not all passion is equal. Many people confuse fleeting interests with true passion. To truly understand your purpose, you need to distinguish between what excites you momentarily and what compels you deeply over time. The science of passion. Research has shown that passion is not just about doing what you love. It's also about finding a deep sense of purpose in what you do. Studies by psychologists like Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi have shown that people who engage in activities they are passionate about often experience a state of flow, a mental state where they are fully immersed and energized. This state of flow is not only enjoyable, but is also associated with greater creativity, productivity, and fulfillment. In a study published by the Journal of Positive Psychology, researchers found that people who pursued goals driven by passion were significantly more likely to achieve success and experience long-term happiness. Passion doesn't just make life more exciting, it makes success more achievable. Distinguishing between true passion and fleeting interests. Not all passions are created equal. Many people confuse fleeting interests, like a short-term hobby or trend, with true, deep-seated passion. True passion is something that persists over time, something that continues to drive you even through challenges and setbacks. To identify your true passion, ask yourself, what do I never get tired of doing, no matter how difficult it becomes? What activities make me lose track of time and feel energized, even if I'm tired or stressed? What causes or topics am I willing to fight for or advocate for, no matter the opposition? If something consistently sparks your energy and interest, it could be a sign that it aligns with your true passion and purpose. Real-life example. Elon Musk. Elon Musk's passion for innovation and technology is a clear driving force behind his work. From a young age, Musk was obsessed with space and technology. He didn't just see these interests as fleeting hobbies. They were the foundation of his purpose. His deep passion for pushing the boundaries of space travel and sustainable energy has led to groundbreaking work with companies like Tesla and SpaceX. Musk's success is a direct result of aligning his passion with his purpose. Reflection exercise. Uncovering your true passion. Take a moment to reflect on the following questions. What activities make me feel most alive and fulfilled? What causes, ideas, or problems am I deeply passionate about solving? When was the last time I felt truly excited and motivated by something I was working on? Am I currently doing something that aligns with my passion? If not, what can I start doing to bring more passion into my life? Use these answers to guide you toward discovering what truly excites and motivates you. Passion is often the compass that points the way to your purpose. Key takeaways from Chapter 3. Passion is the fuel that propels you toward purpose, giving you the energy and motivation to pursue your goals. Distinguishing between true passion and fleeting interests is essential for long-term fulfillment. Passion is linked to the state of flow, which enhances creativity, productivity, and happiness. Use reflective exercises to uncover and nurture your true passions. Chapter 4. Overcoming the fear of commitment. The paralyzing power of fear. Fear is one of the most common and destructive forces standing between you and your purpose. It can take many forms: fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, or even fear of success. This fear often manifests as a barrier to committing to a particular path in life. It tells you that pursuing your passion is too risky, that you're not good enough, or that you might fail. Over time, this fear can become paralyzing, leading you to stay stuck in a state of inaction, indecision, and drifting. But fear is not always a bad thing. Fear is a natural evolutionary response to danger. It's what kept our ancestors safe from predators. The problem arises when fear becomes irrational or excessive, blocking you from pursuing your goals and dreams. Fear keeps you from stepping out of your comfort zone and taking the risks necessary for growth and transformation. The different faces of fear. Fear can show up in various ways, and often we don't even realize that it's the root cause of our indecision. Here are a few common types of fear that prevent us from committing to our purpose. Fear of failure. This is the fear that you won't succeed, and that failure will define you. It keeps you from taking action, trying new things, or pushing through obstacles. You may fear that failing will confirm that you're not capable or worthy. Fear of judgment. The fear of what others think can be incredibly powerful. You might worry about being judged or criticized for pursuing your purpose, especially if it's unconventional or doesn't align with societal expectations. Fear of the unknown. This fear arises when you don't know what the future holds. It's the fear of stepping into the unknown without clear guarantees. This can create paralysis as the mind focuses on all the what-ifs that could go wrong. Fear of success. Surprisingly, some people fear success. This may seem counterintuitive, but success often brings new responsibilities, higher expectations, and the fear of losing what you've gained. You might worry that once you reach success, you won't be able to maintain it, or that it will come at a personal cost. The psychology behind fear. According to psychologists, fear is deeply rooted in the brain's fight-or-flight response. It's a survival mechanism that evolved to protect us from physical danger. However, when it comes to psychological fears, such as fear of failure or judgment, the body responds in the same way as it would to a life-threatening situation, even though the threat is not immediate or physical. Dr. Susan David, a psychologist at Harvard Medical School, explains in her book Emotional Agility that avoiding fear and difficult emotions can lead to a cycle of procrastination and avoidance. The more we try to run from fear, the more power we give it. Instead of avoiding fear, David advocates for accepting it as a natural part of the human experience and learning to move forward despite it. The key is not to eliminate fear entirely, but to change your relationship with it. Fear doesn't have to paralyze you. It can be a powerful motivator when harnessed correctly. The power of commitment. Commitment is the antidote to fear. When you commit to something, you give yourself permission to take risks, make mistakes, and grow. Commitment requires you to step out of your comfort zone and make a decision that aligns with your purpose, regardless of how daunting it might feel. Once you make that commitment, you begin to break free from the grip of fear and take control of your life. Commitment is not about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently and taking deliberate action, even in the face of fear. It's about trusting the process and knowing that even if you fail, you will learn and grow from the experience. The more committed you are to your path, the less fear will control your decisions. Real-life example: Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, is a perfect example of someone who overcame the fear of commitment. He faced countless challenges in his journey, including being ousted from the company he helped build, experiencing failure with the next project, and facing public skepticism about his ideas. But Jobs was unwavering in his commitment to creating products that would change the world. Despite the fear of failure and judgment, Jobs remained committed to his vision. His commitment allowed him to innovate and push boundaries, ultimately leading to the creation of products that revolutionized the technology industry. Jobs didn't let fear dictate his decisions. He allowed his passion and commitment to drive him forward. Overcoming fear. Actionable strategies. Here are several strategies you can use to overcome fear and commit to your purpose. Acknowledge your fear. The first step in overcoming fear is to acknowledge it. Instead of avoiding or suppressing your fear, face it head-on. Ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? Is the fear rational, or is it based on false assumptions? Reframe your thoughts. Fear often comes from negative thinking patterns. Challenge your limiting beliefs and reframe them into more empowering thoughts. For example, instead of thinking, "What if I fail?" try thinking, "What if I succeed? What if this failure is just a stepping stone to something greater?" Start small. If committing to a big goal feels overwhelming, start with small steps. Break down your goals into manageable tasks and focus on completing one thing at a time. Starting small builds momentum and reduces fear. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool to combat fear. Spend time imagining yourself succeeding in your purpose. See the positive outcomes, feel the emotions, and immerse yourself in the experience. Visualization can help shift your focus from fear to possibility. Build a support system. Surround yourself with people who support your dreams and goals. Having a strong network of friends, mentors, or colleagues who believe in you can help alleviate the fear of judgment and provide the encouragement you need to stay committed. Embrace failure as growth. Reframe failure as a learning opportunity, not as a sign of defeat. Remember, every successful person has experienced failure. What sets them apart is their ability to learn from those failures and keep moving forward. Take action anyway. The most powerful way to overcome fear is to take action. Fear often paralyzes us by making us overthink and hesitate. Take a small step today, even if it's uncomfortable. The more you act, the less power fear will have over you. Reflection exercise. Facing your fear. Take a moment to reflect on your own fears and how they might be preventing you from committing to your purpose. Answer these questions. What fears are holding me back from pursuing my purpose? What are the worst-case scenarios I'm imagining? Are they realistic? What is one small step I can take today to move forward despite my fear? By acknowledging and confronting your fear, you will find the courage to commit to your path and take action toward your purpose. Key takeaways from Chapter 4. Fear is a natural response, but it can become paralyzing when left unchecked. The fear of failure, judgment, the unknown, and even success can prevent us from committing to our purpose. Commitment is the antidote to fear. Once you commit, you break free from fear's grip and start living with intention. Use practical strategies like acknowledging fear, reframing thoughts, and taking action to overcome fear and stay committed to your purpose. Chapter 5. The power of mindset in finding your purpose. The role of mindset in shaping your life. Mindset is one of the most powerful forces in determining how we approach challenges, opportunities, and ultimately our purpose. The way you think influences everything, from the actions you take to how you respond to setbacks. A positive, growth-oriented mindset can propel you toward success, while a fixed, limiting mindset can keep you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and indecision. The concept of mindset was popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, who identified two primary types of mindset: fixed mindset and growth mindset. These mindsets profoundly shape how we view ourselves, our abilities, and our potential for growth. Fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence are static. They often avoid challenges, give up easily, and see effort as fruitless. Failure is seen as a reflection of their inadequacy, leading to a fear of trying new things or stepping out of their comfort zones. Growth mindset. In contrast, people with a growth mindset believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through effort, learning, and persistence. They embrace challenges, view failures as opportunities for growth, and believe that their potential is limitless. People with a growth mindset are more likely to take risks and pursue their passions because they understand that mistakes are simply part of the journey to mastery. The science of mindset and purpose. Research has shown that mindset plays a critical role in how we pursue our goals and find meaning in life. In Dweck's studies, people with a growth mindset are more likely to overcome setbacks, persist through difficult situations, and find creative solutions to problems. They are not discouraged by failure. Instead, they view it as feedback that helps them improve. Studies on goal setting also show that those with a growth mindset are more likely to set challenging, purpose-driven goals because they believe they can achieve them with effort and learning. On the other hand, individuals with a fixed mindset tend to set lower, more achievable goals as they fear failure or believe they are incapable of growth. By adopting a growth mindset, you can develop a more resilient, adaptable, and open approach to finding and living your purpose. A growth mindset allows you to view challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to avoid. How to cultivate a growth mindset. The good news is that mindset isn't fixed. It can be changed. Cultivating a growth mindset involves recognizing and challenging the limiting beliefs that hold you back and replacing them with empowering thoughts. It requires conscious effort and practice, but it is entirely within your control. Here are some practical strategies to cultivate a growth mindset. Embrace challenges. Instead of avoiding difficult tasks, seek them out. When you face a challenge, remind yourself that it's an opportunity to learn and grow. By taking on challenges, you'll push yourself outside your comfort zone and discover new strengths. Change your self-talk. The language you use with yourself has a profound impact on your mindset. When you make a mistake or face a setback, avoid negative self-talk like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." Instead, reframe your thoughts. "This is a learning opportunity," or "I can do better next time." Celebrate effort, not just results. People with a fixed mindset often equate success with innate talent, but those with a growth mindset focus on the process. Celebrate the effort and progress you make, not just the final outcome. This reinforces the idea that growth is a continual process rather than a destination. Learn from criticism. Feedback can be hard to hear, but it's a valuable tool for growth. Instead of taking criticism personally, view it as a gift that can help you improve. Ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" and use it to adjust your approach. Surround yourself with a growth-oriented environment. The people you surround yourself with play a key role in shaping your mindset. Seek out individuals who encourage growth, challenge you to improve, and support your pursuit of purpose. This positive environment will help reinforce your own growth mindset. Real-life example: Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, one of the most prolific inventors in history, is a prime example of someone with a growth mindset. Edison faced thousands of failures while inventing the light bulb, but he never saw these failures as permanent setbacks. Instead, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's ability to persist in the face of failure, his openness to learning from mistakes, and his commitment to improvement are hallmarks of a growth mindset. His mindset allowed him to overcome challenges and ultimately revolutionize the world with his inventions. The connection between mindset and purpose. Your mindset determines how you approach the journey of discovering and living your purpose. A growth mindset helps you see your purpose not as a fixed destination, but as a dynamic, evolving process. It allows you to be flexible, adaptable, and persistent as you navigate the ups and downs of life. When you cultivate a growth mindset, you begin to see opportunities for learning and growth in every experience. You are more likely to take risks, try new things, and explore different avenues toward your purpose. Instead of fearing failure, you embrace it as a necessary part of the learning process. A growth mindset also helps you overcome obstacles that might otherwise seem insurmountable. When you encounter challenges, you don't give up. You look for new strategies, seek support, and keep moving forward. This mindset gives you the resilience and determination needed to stay focused on your purpose, even when things get tough. Practical exercise: shifting your mindset. To begin shifting your mindset, try the following exercise. Identify a current limiting belief. Think about something you've been avoiding or a goal that feels out of reach. What's the underlying belief that's holding you back? For example, "I'm not good enough to pursue this career," or "I'll never be successful." Reframe the belief. Take that limiting belief and challenge it. What's the opposite of that belief? For example, "I have the ability to learn and grow," or "I can succeed if I put in the effort." Take action. Choose one small action you can take today that aligns with the new belief. This could be something like starting a new project, reaching out to a mentor, or simply setting a new goal. Track your progress. Keep a journal of your progress, noting the positive shifts in your mindset and how they impact your actions. Celebrate your efforts and take note of any improvements in your life Key takeaways from Chapter 5. Mindset is a powerful determinant of success and fulfillment in life. It influences how you approach challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. A growth mindset allows you to see failure as a learning experience, embrace challenges, and believe in your ability to improve. To cultivate a growth mindset, embrace challenges, change your self-talk, celebrate effort, learn from criticism, and surround yourself with supportive, growth-oriented people. Adopting a growth mindset enables you to discover your purpose by viewing it as a dynamic journey of continuous improvement and learning. Chapter 6. Setting meaningful goals that align with your purpose. The power of goal setting in living with purpose. Goal setting is one of the most effective ways to transform your purpose into meaningful actions. Without clear goals, your purpose can remain a distant, abstract idea. It's like having a dream without a plan for how to make it a reality. Goals are your blueprint for success, helping you focus, take action, and measure progress along the way. Setting goals that align with your purpose helps you take intentional steps toward creating the life you truly desire. These goals should be connected to your core values and passions, something that excites and motivates you. When you set goals that reflect your deeper purpose, every step you take will feel more meaningful. The power of focused action. While it's easy to get caught up in the idea of goal setting, it's important to focus on action, not just planning. The key is not just writing down your goals, but breaking them into manageable steps that will move you closer to your purpose each day. The focus is on progress, not perfection. Goal setting without overcomplication. Clarify your goal. What is it that you want to achieve? Be clear about what you're working toward. Think about how this goal fits into your bigger vision. For example, if your purpose is to create a career centered around helping others, your goal might be to start a nonprofit or to build a coaching business. Break it down. Once you know what you want, break it down into smaller steps. These steps should be actions you can take right now. For example, if your goal is to start a coaching business, your smaller steps could be researching your target audience, creating a simple website, reaching out to potential clients, or creating a content plan. Stay flexible. Life isn't a straight path, and neither is goal achievement. Your goals may evolve, and that's okay. If something isn't working, adjust your plan. If a new opportunity comes along, explore it. Staying flexible means you're open to learning and adapting while still moving forward. Take one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed by the bigger picture. Focus on one step at a time. Even if the first step feels small, it gets you moving in the right direction. Over time, these small steps will add up and bring you closer to your goal. Short-term goals versus long-term goals. Both short-term and long-term goals play important roles in aligning your actions with your purpose. Here's how they fit together. Short-term goals. These are quick wins that build momentum. Short-term goals are things you can achieve in the next week or month. They help you stay motivated and give you a sense of accomplishment. Short-term goals are often the smaller tasks that get you closer to your larger goal. For example, if your long-term goal is to launch a coaching business, your short-term goal could be to write a business plan, create a social media profile, or attend a webinar on marketing. Long-term goals. These are the big picture goals that provide direction and purpose. They might take years to achieve, but they're the guiding light that keeps you on track. Long-term goals are connected to your deeper purpose and are what you are ultimately working toward. For example, the long-term goal of building a sustainable business that helps people might take a few years to accomplish, but your short-term goals along the way will make it achievable. Why flexibility is key. While it's important to have a plan, flexibility is just as essential. Life changes, challenges arise, and you may discover new opportunities along the way. The path to your purpose may not always go as planned, and that's okay. Being flexible doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means being open to adjusting the course as you learn and grow. For example, imagine you set a goal to launch a website by the end of the month, but halfway through, you realize you need more time to research your target audience. Instead of feeling frustrated or giving up, adjust your timeline. Perhaps you set a new goal to complete your audience research by next month. The key is to stay committed to your purpose, even if the steps change. Real-life example, Richard Branson. Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group, is known for his flexibility and willingness to adapt his goals. In the early stages of building his empire, Branson faced numerous setbacks and challenges. His first company, Virgin Records, wasn't an immediate success. However, Branson didn't give up. He adjusted his goals as circumstances evolved. Branson set long-term goals of building a global brand, but he also remained flexible enough to seize new opportunities when they presented themselves. His ability to pivot and adapt his strategy while staying true to his purpose has been a key factor in his long-term success. Practical exercise: setting your purpose-driven goals. Let's break down the process of goal setting in a simple and actionable way. Here's an exercise to help you set meaningful goals that align with your purpose. Reflect on your purpose. Take a moment to think about your larger vision. What do you want to achieve in life? What impact do you want to make? Write down your purpose or mission statement. Clarify your main goal. Now, identify the one main goal that will help you fulfill your purpose. This should be a clear and specific goal that excites you and challenges you to grow. For example, I want to build a business that empowers people to live healthier lives. Break it into smaller steps. What actions do you need to take to make this goal a reality? Break the main goal down into 3 to 5 smaller tasks. For example, research the health industry. Create a website or social media profile. Start a blog or offer free workshops to build an audience. Set a timeline. Give yourself a realistic timeline to achieve these smaller tasks. Don't rush, but make sure you're moving forward. It could be helpful to set weekly or monthly goals, depending on the size of the task. Stay flexible. As you move toward your goal, stay open to new possibilities. Life will present unexpected challenges and opportunities. Don't be afraid to adjust your plan as needed. Track your progress. Regularly check in on your progress. Are you meeting your smaller goals? Celebrate your wins and make adjustments if necessary. Progress, not perfection, is the key. Key takeaways from Chapter 6. Goal setting helps turn your purpose into actionable steps. Focus on clarity, small steps, and flexibility when setting your goals. Break big goals down into smaller tasks that you can complete in the short term. Long-term goals provide direction, while short-term goals build momentum. Stay open to adjusting your goals and timeline as life unfolds. Chapter 7. Overcoming roadblocks on the path to purpose. The inevitable roadblocks. No matter how clear your purpose or how strong your commitment, the path to fulfilling your purpose will be filled with obstacles. These roadblocks can feel discouraging and may even make you question whether it's worth pursuing your goals at all. However, it's important to remember that challenges are a natural part of any meaningful journey. They don't signify failure. They simply offer opportunities for growth and learning. The key to overcoming these roadblocks is not to avoid them, but to recognize them, understand their root causes, and develop strategies to push through them. Let's explore some of the most common roadblocks people face when pursuing their purpose and how you can overcome them. Procrastination, the thief of time. One of the biggest obstacles people face is procrastination. It's easy to put off important tasks, especially when they feel overwhelming or unfamiliar. The problem with procrastination is that it delays progress, builds stress, and can keep you trapped in a cycle of inaction. Procrastination often stems from fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. When a task feels too big or too difficult, your brain may instinctively push it aside, convincing you that there's always time to do it later. But this delay only amplifies the anxiety and keeps you from taking action toward your purpose. Overcoming procrastination. The best way to combat procrastination is by breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. When a task feels overwhelming, it's easy to avoid it. But if you focus on just completing one small step at a time, it becomes much more achievable. Here's how you can start overcoming procrastination. Break tasks into smaller pieces. Instead of thinking about the entire project, focus on one small step. For example, if you're building a website, focus first on writing the homepage copy, not the whole site. This makes the task less intimidating and easier to start. Set short, achievable deadlines. Set deadlines that are realistic and close enough to keep you motivated. A short timeline creates a sense of urgency and encourages you to get started. Use the 5-minute rule. If you're feeling stuck, commit to working on a task for just 5 minutes. This helps overcome the inertia of starting. Once you've begun, you're more likely to continue. Eliminate distractions. Identify what typically distracts you from focusing on important tasks and eliminate those distractions. This might mean turning off notifications, creating a dedicated workspace, or setting specific times for focused work. Self-doubt, the inner critic. Another significant roadblock people face is self-doubt. It's normal to question your abilities, especially when you're venturing into new territory. But self-doubt can quickly spiral into negative thoughts that prevent you from taking action or making progress. It tells you that you're not good enough, that you'll fail, or that you don't deserve success. Self-doubt often arises from imposter syndrome, the feeling that you're not truly qualified for what you're trying to achieve, despite evidence of your capability. This mindset can be paralyzing and lead to a lack of confidence in your decisions. Overcoming self-doubt. The key to overcoming self-doubt is to recognize and challenge the negative thoughts that arise. Instead of allowing these doubts to control your actions, shift your perspective and build confidence in your abilities. Here are some practical strategies to combat self-doubt. Focus on your strengths. Take time to reflect on your skills, achievements, and past successes. Remember times when you've overcome challenges or achieved something you were proud of. By focusing on what you've already accomplished, you'll reinforce the belief that you're capable of success. Reframe negative thoughts. When negative thoughts creep in, replace them with empowering statements. For example, if you think, "I'm not good enough for this," reframe it to, "I'm still learning, and I'm capable of growth." Affirmations. Positive affirmations are a powerful tool for combating self-doubt. Each morning, take a few minutes to repeat affirmations like, "I am capable," "I am worthy of success," or "I am on the right path." These statements help retrain your brain to focus on your potential rather than your limitations. Seek support. Surround yourself with supportive people who believe in you and your purpose. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a community, having others who encourage you can help quiet the voice of self-doubt. Lack of support. Doing it alone. Another common roadblock is the lack of support from others. Pursuing your purpose can be a lonely journey, especially if the people around you don't understand or support your vision. This lack of encouragement can make you feel isolated and discouraged, leading you to question whether you should continue. Overcoming lack of support. While it's ideal to have a strong support network, you can still move forward even if support is limited. Here's how to create your own sense of encouragement and motivation. Seek like-minded people. Look for communities or groups that share your interests and values. Online forums, networking events, and social media can be great places to find people who support your goals. Build your own confidence. Sometimes, the support you need has to come from within. Cultivate self-confidence and trust in your ability to succeed. Your belief in yourself will be the foundation for overcoming challenges, even without external support. Celebrate small wins. Take time to celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they seem. This will not only motivate you to keep going, but it will also help you build your own internal sense of achievement and confidence. Find mentors. Seek out mentors who can offer guidance and support, even if they don't have the same background or goals as you. A mentor can offer valuable insights, advice, and encouragement that will help you stay focused and motivated. External circumstances. Navigating life's challenges. External circumstances, such as financial issues, family obligations, or health problems, can also be significant roadblocks. These factors can feel overwhelming and beyond your control, making it difficult to focus on your purpose. However, it's important to remember that while you can't control everything, you can control how you respond to these challenges. Overcoming external circumstances. Here's how you can handle external challenges without letting them derail your purpose. Create a plan. When life throws obstacles your way, create a plan for how to handle them. For example, if financial constraints are limiting your ability to pursue your goals, find creative solutions like starting small, looking for alternative funding, or taking on part-time work to support your venture. Focus on what you can control. While you can't always control external circumstances, you can control your mindset and your actions. Focus on what you can do today to make progress, no matter how small. Practice resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks. Life will always present challenges, but resilient individuals keep going even when faced with adversity. Practice resilience by staying adaptable, maintaining a positive mindset, and finding solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Take care of yourself. In times of hardship, it's easy to neglect self-care. However, maintaining your physical and mental well-being is crucial for long-term success. Make time for rest, exercise, and activities that replenish your energy. Reflection exercise. Identify your roadblocks. Take a moment to reflect on any roadblocks you might be facing in your own journey toward purpose. Answer the following questions. What roadblocks have I encountered on my path to purpose? Which of these challenges are within my control, and which ones are external? What steps can I take to overcome these roadblocks, both internally, mindset, and externally, actions? Who can I reach out to for support or guidance? By identifying your roadblocks and taking action to overcome them, you can continue moving toward your purpose with greater confidence and resilience. Key takeaways from Chapter 7. Procrastination, self-doubt, lack of support, and external circumstances are common roadblocks on the path to purpose. Overcoming procrastination involves breaking tasks into small steps, setting achievable deadlines, and staying focused. Self-doubt can be challenged by focusing on your strengths, reframing negative thoughts, and using affirmations. Lack of support can be mitigated by finding like-minded people, building self-confidence, and seeking mentorship. External challenges can be managed by creating a plan, focusing on what you can control, and practicing resilience. Chapter 8. The Role of Relationships in Finding Your Purpose. The influence of relationships on your purpose. As you embark on the journey to discover and live your purpose, the relationships you nurture along the way play a critical role in shaping your path. Humans are social beings, and the people around us can have a profound impact on our goals, mindset, and overall well-being. The relationships you cultivate can either propel you toward your purpose or hold you back from achieving it. The people you surround yourself with, from family and friends to mentors and colleagues, can either uplift you or drag you down. They can either encourage you to pursue your dreams or make you doubt yourself. So, it's essential to be mindful of who you allow into your life and how they influence your thoughts and actions. The power of positive relationships. Positive relationships, those that encourage, support, and motivate you, are essential for living with purpose. When you surround yourself with people who believe in you and your vision, they help keep you focused, confident, and resilient in the face of challenges. These relationships provide emotional support, constructive feedback, and the encouragement you need to stay on track. Here's how positive relationships can impact your journey. Support and encouragement. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in your goals can keep you motivated. When you feel down or face setbacks, positive relationships can offer the reassurance and encouragement you need to continue. Constructive feedback. The right people will not only encourage you, but also provide honest, constructive feedback that helps you grow. They'll push you to do better and hold you accountable to your goals. Networking opportunities. Positive relationships can also help you expand your network and connect with others who share your interests and values. These connections can open up new opportunities and avenues for growth. Shared vision. When you connect with people who share your passion and vision, it creates a sense of camaraderie and mutual understanding. These relationships help you stay aligned with your purpose and can lead to powerful collaborations. Toxic relationships, the hidden roadblocks. On the flip side, toxic relationships can be one of the biggest roadblocks to finding and living your purpose. Toxic relationships drain your energy, create self-doubt, and undermine your confidence. These relationships are often characterized by manipulation, criticism, negativity, and a lack of support. Toxic people may not always be overtly malicious, but their behavior can still have a harmful impact. For example, a friend who constantly criticizes your goals or belittles your achievements can make you feel insecure and unsure of yourself. A family member who imposes their own expectations on you can make you feel obligated to follow a path that doesn't align with your purpose. Signs of toxic relationships. Here are some common signs of toxic relationships. Constant criticism. If someone in your life regularly criticizes you, your goals, or your abilities, it can erode your self-esteem and motivation. Negative influence. People who drag you into their negativity, gossip, or drama can pull you away from your purpose. Their negative energy can distract you and make it harder to stay focused on your goals. Enabling bad habits. Toxic relationships can enable poor behavior, such as procrastination, self-destructive habits, or fear-based decisions. These relationships may encourage you to stay in your comfort zone or avoid making bold moves toward your purpose. Lack of support. If the people around you don't support your dreams or ambitions, it can be challenging to move forward. Feeling unsupported can lead to doubt and inaction. Setting boundaries. Protecting your purpose. One of the most important steps in managing relationships is learning to set boundaries. Boundaries help protect your emotional and mental energy, ensuring that your relationships support, not hinder your purpose. Setting healthy boundaries allows you to prioritize your goals and protect your well-being. Here are a few tips for setting boundaries in relationships. Know your limits. Recognize when a relationship is draining you or taking too much of your time and energy. Be honest with yourself about how much you can give and what you need to prioritize. Communicate clearly. Setting boundaries requires clear communication. If someone's behavior is affecting your ability to pursue your goals, let them know in a respectful way. For example, if a friend constantly discourages you, let them know how their comments are making you feel. Be firm but compassionate. It's important to be firm in setting boundaries, but also compassionate. People may not always understand your need for space or your new direction, but it's essential to stay true to your purpose. Surround yourself with positivity. Actively seek out relationships that inspire, uplift, and support your vision. These relationships will help you grow and stay aligned with your goals. The importance of mentors in finding your purpose. In addition to positive relationships with friends and family, having a mentor is invaluable for personal growth. A mentor is someone who has walked the path before you and can offer guidance, advice, and encouragement. They can help you avoid common pitfalls, navigate challenges, and stay focused on your long-term goals. A mentor can also provide valuable perspective, helping you see things from a different angle. They can challenge you to think bigger, push harder, and take risks. Mentors are often the ones who see potential in you that you might not see in yourself, and they can help you cultivate the confidence and skills needed to fulfill your purpose. Finding the right mentor. Finding the right mentor can be transformative for your journey. Here's how to find someone who aligns with your purpose. Look for experience. A mentor should have experience in the area you're looking to grow. They should have faced challenges similar to yours and be able to offer practical advice based on their own experiences. Align values. It's essential that your mentor's values align with your own. A mentor who shares your vision and principles will offer guidance that resonates with your goals. Seek support, not control. A mentor is there to guide you, not control your decisions. Choose someone who encourages your independence, challenges you to think critically, and helps you develop your own voice. Commit to the relationship. Building a mentor-mentee relationship takes time and effort. Be open to feedback, be willing to learn, and make sure you're ready to fully engage in the relationship. Real-life example: Oprah Winfrey and Maya Angelou. One of the most famous mentor-mentee relationships is between Oprah Winfrey and the late Maya Angelou. Oprah has often spoken about how Maya Angelou was a guiding light in her life, offering wisdom, support, and love. Angelou helped Oprah navigate some of her toughest challenges, and their relationship was built on mutual respect, trust, and a shared vision of empowering others. Oprah has said that Maya Angelou helped her find her true voice and encouraged her to stay true to herself, no matter what challenges she faced. This mentorship played a crucial role in Oprah's journey to finding her purpose and creating a global media empire that helps inspire millions of people. Reflection exercise: evaluating your relationships. Take time to reflect on your current relationships. Answer these questions to help you evaluate whether your relationships are supporting or hindering your journey. Which relationships in my life support and encourage my purpose? Which relationships drain my energy or discourage me from pursuing my goals? What boundaries do I need to set to protect my energy and stay focused on my purpose? Who could serve as a mentor, and how can I begin building that relationship? Key takeaways from Chapter 8. The people you surround yourself with have a significant impact on your journey toward purpose. Positive relationships provide support, encouragement, and opportunities to grow, while toxic relationships can drain your energy and create self-doubt. Setting boundaries in relationships is crucial for protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Mentors are invaluable in helping you navigate your path, offering guidance, perspective, and wisdom. Surround yourself with people who align with your purpose and values, and distance yourself from those who hinder your growth. Chapter 9. The Power of Consistency and Daily Habits. The magic of consistency. Consistency is often the difference between dreams that remain unfulfilled and goals that become reality. We all know that big changes don't happen overnight, but the small, consistent actions we take every day compound over time to create massive results. This is especially true when you are pursuing something as meaningful as your purpose. Think of consistency as the glue that holds your purpose together. Without it, your efforts may feel scattered, and your motivation may wane. But when you show up every day, even in small ways, you build momentum. This momentum keeps you moving forward and makes progress feel less daunting. Why habits matter. Habits are the foundation of consistency. They are the unconscious actions we repeat every day, often without much thought. Whether we realize it or not, habits shape our lives. The habits we cultivate either bring us closer to our purpose or keep us stuck in old patterns that don't serve us. Research from Duke University has shown that nearly 40% of our daily actions are habitual. This means that a significant portion of our life is shaped by habits, whether we're consciously aware of them or not. The good news is that once we understand how habits work, we can intentionally design habits that support our goals and purpose. The compound effect of small habits. The key to creating lasting change is to focus on small, consistent actions. When you make even small improvements every day, they add up over time. This concept is known as the compound effect, a term popularized by Darren Hardy in his book, The Compound Effect. The compound effect is the principle that small, consistent actions lead to big results. For example, let's say you aim to read 10 pages of a book every day. While 10 pages doesn't seem like much, over time it adds up. In 1 month, you'll have read over 300 pages. In a year, you'll have read 3,600 pages, enough for several books. This simple habit can transform your knowledge and lead to incredible personal growth. The same principle applies to any area of your life, whether it's building a business, improving your health, or learning a new skill. By consistently taking small steps each day, you're gradually building a foundation for long-term success. Creating purpose-driven habits. Now that we understand the importance of consistency and the compound effect, the next step is to create habits that align with your purpose. These habits should support your long-term goals and be meaningful, rather than just mindless tasks. Here's how you can start building purpose-driven habits. Identify your priorities. What activities will move you closer to your purpose? Identify the key areas of your life that require daily attention, whether it's health, learning, or building your career. Make sure your habits align with these priorities. For example, if your purpose is to help others through coaching, your habit might be to spend 30 minutes a day reading or researching coaching techniques. If your purpose is to live a healthier life, a habit could be preparing a nutritious meal or exercising for 20 minutes each day. Start small. It's easy to get overwhelmed when trying to create new habits. The key is to start small and build from there. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one habit to focus on and master it before adding more. For example, start by committing to 10 minutes of meditation or journaling each day, and gradually increase the time as it becomes a routine. Make it a non-negotiable. To ensure that your new habit sticks, treat it like a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. This means scheduling time for it and making it a priority. For example, if your goal is to write a book, set aside 30 minutes every morning for writing. Even if you don't feel like it, commit to showing up. This consistency will help you overcome resistance and make the habit automatic. Track your progress. Monitoring your progress can keep you motivated and on track. Consider using a habit tracker where you mark off each day that you complete your habit. Tracking your habits can help you see how far you've come and keep you accountable. It's also a great way to celebrate small wins and keep yourself focused. Celebrate your wins. Don't wait until you've achieved your big goal to celebrate. Celebrate the small milestones along the way. Every time you complete a habit or take action toward your purpose, give yourself credit. Positive reinforcement boosts motivation and keeps you energized. Overcoming the challenges of building new habits. Building new habits is not always easy. You may encounter resistance, distractions, or moments of self-doubt. Here's how to push through those challenges. Start with why. Remember why you want to build this habit. Connecting your habit to a deeper purpose will help you stay motivated when the going gets tough. For example, if you're working toward a healthier lifestyle, remind yourself that the habit will help you feel better, have more energy, and live a longer, more fulfilling life. Use habit stacking. Habit stacking is a technique where you attach a new habit to an existing one. For example, if you already have a habit of drinking coffee in the morning, you can stack a new habit of reading or journaling right after you drink your coffee. This makes it easier to remember and incorporate new habits into your routine. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's normal to slip up every now and then. Don't let one missed day derail your progress. Be kind to yourself and get back on track the next day. Perfection is not the goal. Consistency is. Make it enjoyable. The more enjoyable your habit is, the more likely you are to stick with it. Find ways to make your habits fun and rewarding. For example, if you're trying to exercise regularly, choose activities that you enjoy, such as dancing, hiking, or playing sports. Real-life example: the daily writing habit of Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou, the acclaimed author and poet, had a powerful daily habit that helped her achieve success. She wrote every day. Angelou famously set up a quiet space in a hotel room where she would spend hours writing. This routine became a non-negotiable part of her day, and through her consistent effort, she wrote several books, poetry, and essays that touched the lives of millions. Despite her busy schedule, Angelou made writing a priority. She didn't wait for inspiration to strike. She simply showed up and wrote every day, proving that consistency and dedication are key to turning dreams into reality. Practical exercise: creating your purpose-driven habit. To start building a daily habit that aligns with your purpose, follow these steps. Identify your core goal. What is your primary purpose right now? Whether it's building a business, improving your health, or learning a new skill, clarify your main goal. Choose one habit to focus on. Based on your goal, choose one small habit to implement daily. For example, if your goal is to build a business, your habit might be to spend 15 minutes each day researching or working on your business plan. Set a specific time. Schedule your new habit at a specific time each day. Consistency is key, so make it part of your daily routine. Track your progress. Use a habit tracker or journal to track your progress. Celebrate your wins and adjust your approach if needed. Be patient. Habits. Take time to form. Commit to your habit for at least 30 days before deciding whether to adjust it. Trust the process and know that small, consistent actions will lead to big results. Key takeaways from Chapter 9. Consistency is the key to long-term success. Small actions, repeated daily, lead to big results. Habits are the foundation of consistency. The habits you create today will shape your future. Focus on small, manageable habits that align with your purpose and prioritize them in your daily routine. Use techniques like habit stacking, tracking, and celebrating small wins to reinforce positive habits. Be patient with the process and allow time for your habits to become automatic. Chapter 10. Embracing change and evolving your purpose. The inevitable nature of change. Change is one of the few constants in life. Whether it's in your personal life, your career, or the world around you, change is always happening. While some people resist change, others embrace it as an essential part of growth. When it comes to finding and living your purpose, embracing change is key to long-term fulfillment and success. Many people fear change because it brings uncertainty. The comfort of the familiar feels safe, even if it's not aligned with your true purpose. But without change, there's no growth. Your purpose is not something static. It's an evolving process that grows with you as you learn, experience new things, and develop as a person. The key to living with purpose is not to see your goals and aspirations as fixed, but to view them as evolving elements that will change with time, experience, and the wisdom you gain along the way. Why your purpose will evolve. Your purpose is a dynamic concept. It's deeply connected to your values, passions, and the impact you want to make on the world. As you grow and have new experiences, your understanding of your purpose may shift. This is not a sign of failure or indecision. It's simply a natural part of the journey. There are several reasons why your purpose might evolve. Personal growth. As you mature and gain new experiences, you gain more clarity about what truly matters to you. Your priorities might shift, or you may discover new passions that shape your purpose in a different direction. New opportunities. Life is full of unexpected opportunities that may lead you down new paths. Embracing these opportunities, even if they deviate from your original plan, can bring you closer to a more aligned and fulfilling purpose. External changes. Changes in the world around you, such as changes in the economy, technology, or societal needs, can inspire you to reassess your goals and find new ways to contribute to the world. Overcoming challenges. Sometimes, setbacks or challenges can cause us to reevaluate our goals and purpose. These challenges often provide valuable lessons and can inspire us to redefine what we truly want to achieve in life. The fear of change and how to overcome it. While change is a natural part of life, it's also something that many people fear. The fear of the unknown, of making the wrong decision, or of stepping outside of your comfort zone can hold you back from embracing change and evolving your purpose. Fear of change often stems from a desire for certainty and control. But the truth is, certainty is a myth. No one can predict the future, and life is inherently unpredictable. Rather than fearing change, the goal is to learn to embrace it, trust yourself, and recognize that change often leads to growth. Here's how to overcome the fear of change. Shift your mindset. Instead of fearing the unknown, reframe it as an opportunity for growth. Remind yourself that every change is a chance to learn, improve, and expand your horizons. Embrace the idea that change is not something to fear, but something to welcome. Focus on what you can control. While you can't control all aspects of change, you can control how you respond to it. Focus on the aspects of your life that you can influence, like your actions, mindset, and decisions. Take small steps. Change doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start with small steps that gradually lead you in a new direction. This helps reduce fear and makes the process of change feel more manageable. Trust the process. Trust that the changes you experience are part of your journey. Even if they feel uncomfortable at first, they're likely helping you evolve and move closer to your purpose. How to navigate evolving purpose with confidence. As your purpose evolves, it's essential to navigate this shift with confidence. While it may feel disorienting at times, it's important to stay true to your values and trust that the path you're on is aligned with your authentic self. Here are some strategies to help you navigate your evolving purpose. Stay connected to your values. Even as your purpose shifts, stay grounded in your core values. Your values act as your internal compass, guiding you as your goals and aspirations change. By staying aligned with your values, you can ensure that your evolving purpose is still rooted in what truly matters to you. Remain open to new experiences. Embrace new experiences that challenge your current perspective. The more open you are to new ideas and ways of thinking, the more you'll be able to grow and adapt. Whether it's learning a new skill, exploring a different career, or meeting new people, every experience can provide valuable insights that help shape your evolving purpose. Reflect regularly. Take time to reflect on your journey. Regular self-reflection allows you to check in with yourself and assess whether you're still aligned with your purpose. It also gives you the chance to reassess your goals and make adjustments as needed. Celebrate growth. Every time you evolve and shift your purpose, celebrate the progress you've made. Growth is a beautiful part of the human experience, and each change is a step toward living a more authentic and fulfilling life. Acknowledge how far you've come and embrace the excitement of what's yet to come. Real-life example: Steve Jobs and the evolution of his purpose. Steve Jobs is one of the best examples of someone whose purpose evolved over time. Early in his career, Jobs was focused on creating innovative products for the consumer market. However, as he grew, his purpose shifted from just creating great technology to using technology as a way to change the world and make a lasting impact on society. In the early 2000s, Jobs refocused his purpose when he returned to Apple. He recognized that his mission wasn't just about selling products, it was about changing the way people interact with technology and empowering them to be creative. His vision evolved, and as a result, Apple became a global leader in innovation and design. Jobs' willingness to embrace change, learn from failures, and adapt his purpose allowed him to leave a profound legacy. Practical exercise: embracing change in your life. To help you embrace change and navigate your evolving purpose, here's an exercise. Identify a recent change. Think about a recent change in your life, whether it's a shift in your career, relationships, or personal goals. How did you respond to this change? Were you resistant or open to it? Reflect on the lesson. What lesson did this change teach you? Did it help you get closer to your purpose? Write down any insights or realizations that came from this experience. Set a new goal. Based on what you've learned from this change, set a new goal that reflects your evolving purpose. This could be a small adjustment to your current path or a bigger shift in direction. Focus on how this new goal aligns with your core values and long-term vision. Take action. Start taking small steps toward this new goal. Embrace the uncertainty of change, knowing that it's a natural part of your growth. Key takeaways from Chapter 10. Change is inevitable, and embracing it is essential for personal growth and discovering your evolving purpose. Your purpose evolves over time as you grow, learn, and experience new opportunities. To embrace change, shift your mindset, stay connected to your core values, and take small, manageable steps. Regular self-reflection helps you navigate changes and ensures that your evolving purpose aligns with your authentic self. Celebrate growth as it comes, recognizing that each change is a step toward a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Chapter 11. living a life of purpose and fulfillment. The journey of purpose, more than a destination. Living a life of purpose is not about reaching a single destination. It's about creating a journey that continuously aligns with your values, passions, and goals. Every day is an opportunity to take steps toward a more meaningful existence. This journey is ongoing, constantly evolving as you grow and as your understanding of your purpose deepens. Purpose is not a one-time achievement. It's a way of living, thinking, and acting that carries you through life with clarity and direction. When you live with purpose, every decision, every action, and every challenge becomes an opportunity to move closer to your truest self and the impact you want to make in the world. The fulfillment of living with purpose. Living a purpose-driven life is one of the most fulfilling experiences you can have. It's about waking up every morning excited to contribute, to learn, and to grow. Purpose gives you something to strive for, something that fuels your passion and energy. It aligns your actions with your values and creates a sense of fulfillment that no material possession or external validation can provide. Research consistently shows that people who live with purpose report higher levels of happiness, satisfaction, and well-being. A study by the University of California found that people with a strong sense of purpose tend to experience less stress, have better physical health, and even live longer. This is because purpose connects us to something greater than ourselves, whether it's helping others, pursuing a passion, or contributing to a cause we believe in. The ripple effect. How living with purpose impacts others. One of the most powerful aspects of living with purpose is the positive effect it has on the people around you. When you live authentically and align with your true purpose, it inspires and motivates others to do the same. Your passion becomes contagious, and your actions ripple outward, creating a positive impact in your community, your relationships, and even the world. When you pursue your purpose, you become a beacon of possibility for others. Your courage to live authentically gives others permission to do the same. Whether it's through your work, your relationships, or the example you set, you help create a ripple effect of inspiration that encourages others to pursue their own dreams and purpose. The importance of contribution. A key element of living with purpose is the desire to contribute to others. True fulfillment often comes not from what we achieve for ourselves, but from what we give to the world around us. When you live with purpose, you begin to see how your unique talents and skills can make a difference in the lives of others. Contribution can take many forms: sharing your knowledge, teaching, mentoring, or providing resources that help others grow. Volunteering your time, helping your community, or supporting causes that align with your values. Creating a positive environment, cultivating a culture of support, positivity, and kindness in your personal and professional relationships. By contributing, you create a sense of meaning and fulfillment that goes beyond your individual success. Contribution becomes a powerful way to live out your purpose and enrich the lives of those around you. Creating lasting impact, your legacy. Living with purpose isn't just about your current happiness. It's also about creating a lasting legacy. A legacy is what you leave behind, the impact, knowledge, and contributions that endure after you're gone. By living in alignment with your purpose, you begin to build a legacy that reflects your values, your passions, and the change you want to see in the world. Your legacy can be tangible, like the work you create or the businesses you build. Or it can be intangible, like the relationships you nurture and the inspiration you provide to others. The key to creating a meaningful legacy is to live consistently with your purpose and stay focused on making a positive impact. Practical tips for living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Stay focused on your why. Throughout your journey, it's important to consistently check in with your why, the deeper reason behind your purpose. Reconnect with this why regularly to stay grounded and inspired. Balance your personal and professional life. Living with purpose involves aligning all areas of your life, from your career to your personal relationships. Strive for balance and ensure that your daily actions in both areas reflect your values and aspirations. Continuously grow and learn. Purpose is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey. Continuously seek opportunities for growth, whether through education, self-reflection, or new experiences. Stay open to learning and evolving as you go. Practice gratitude. Living with purpose often brings a deep sense of gratitude for the opportunities and experiences life has to offer. Cultivate a habit of gratitude to help you stay grounded and appreciative of the journey. Nurture your relationships. The people you surround yourself with are key to living a life of purpose. Invest time in meaningful relationships and surround yourself with those who support, challenge, and inspire you. Celebrate your progress. Take time to celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Living with purpose isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Recognize how far you've come and celebrate your milestones along the way. Give back. Whether through your time, resources, or talents, find ways to give back to others. Giving enriches your sense of purpose and creates a ripple effect of positivity in the world. Real-life example: Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is a powerful example of living with purpose and creating a lasting impact. His purpose was clear: to fight for justice, equality, and freedom for all people. Throughout his life, Mandela faced incredible challenges, including imprisonment for 27 years. However, he remained focused on his vision and his mission to end apartheid in South Africa. Mandela's unwavering commitment to his purpose led to transformative change in his country and around the world. He left behind a legacy of peace, reconciliation, and equality. His life reminds us that living with purpose often requires sacrifice, but the impact of that purpose can be far-reaching and timeless. Reflection exercise: creating your life of purpose. Take a moment to reflect on how you can create a life of purpose and fulfillment. How would you define your purpose in a sentence or two? What are the key actions you're currently taking to live out your purpose? What impact do you want to make on the world and those around you? What legacy do you want to leave behind, and how can you start building it today? What small step can you take today to align more fully with your purpose? Final thoughts. Living a life of purpose is a lifelong journey, one that brings fulfillment, growth, and the opportunity to make a lasting impact. By staying true to your values, embracing change, and focusing on the bigger picture, you can create a life that is meaningful and full of possibilities. Remember, your purpose is not a destination. It's an evolving, ongoing process that leads you to a life that is deeply fulfilling and enriching for yourself and others. Key takeaways from Chapter 11. Purpose is a journey, not a destination. Your purpose will evolve, and embracing this evolution is key to long-term fulfillment. Living with purpose leads to a life of fulfillment, contribution, and lasting impact. Contribution to others enriches your own life and creates a ripple effect that extends beyond your personal achievements. Building a legacy requires consistent alignment with your values and ongoing efforts to positively impact the world. Celebrate your progress and stay focused on the deeper meaning behind your goals to keep your journey meaningful and inspiring. Conclusion: your purposeful life awaits. a journey of continuous growth. As we conclude this journey toward discovering and living with purpose, remember that this is not an end, but a beginning. The tools, mindset shifts, and strategies you've learned throughout this audiobook are designed to help you stay aligned with your purpose, even as it evolves over time. Your purpose is a living, breathing entity. It's not something that is set in stone. As you grow, learn, and face new experiences, your understanding of your purpose will deepen and expand. The key is to stay committed to the journey and to embrace the changes that come along the way. While challenges will arise and there will be moments of doubt, remember that each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to a life filled with meaning, fulfillment, and impact. The purpose is not a destination to be reached. It is the life you live in pursuit of something greater than yourself. Living with purpose, your next steps. As you move forward, here are a few steps to keep you on track. Revisit your purpose regularly. Purpose isn't a static idea. It evolves as you grow. Regularly check in with yourself to see if your actions and goals are aligned with your current understanding of your purpose. Reflect on what truly matters to you, and make sure your path reflects that. Take consistent action. Consistency is key. Every small step you take toward your purpose, no matter how small, compounds over time. Even on days when you feel uncertain, keep moving forward. Your commitment to action will create momentum that propels you toward your goals. Embrace challenges as growth. Life will inevitably present challenges, and they are often the catalysts for growth. When you face setbacks, don't view them as failures. See them as learning opportunities. Your ability to overcome challenges will not only strengthen your resolve, but also provide valuable lessons on your journey. Stay open to change. Change is inevitable, and it's essential to embrace it. Whether it's a shift in your goals, a change in your environment, or a new opportunity that arises, be open to the flow of life. Your purpose will evolve, and with each change, you'll discover new layers of meaning. Share your journey. As you continue on your path, share your journey with others. Inspire those around you by being authentic and true to your purpose. Your story has the power to impact and inspire others who may be on a similar path. Final words of encouragement. Living a purpose-driven life isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. You have the power to create a life that reflects your values, brings you fulfillment, and makes a positive impact in the world. Remember, the pursuit of purpose is not about perfection. It's about progress, growth, and staying true to who you are. So, take a deep breath, trust yourself, and know that you are capable of achieving great things. Your purpose is waiting for you, and the world needs what you have to offer.